In the kitchen, craft is everything. An ounce more, a minute less can make all the difference. As a Michelin star chef, I've learned that it's not just about what we make, but the way we make it. And in this series, I'm teaming up with the Malverni to meet the extraordinary people keeping alive some of our most precious handcraft traditions. Along the way, I'll be drawing inspiration and gathering ingredients for a unique meal of my own. A celebration bringing together the very best of British craft. Deep in the heart of the Malvern Hills lies a workshop where some of Britain's oldest handcrafts are still practiced. From artisanal carpentry to intricate leatherwork. But this workshop doesn't make clothes or furniture, but cars. Founded in 1909, Morgan is one of the last car manufacturers in the world to assemble all its cars by hand. I came to visit their factory to find out more about this extraordinary firm.
Hi, John. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you for coming along.
They look great.
Very good. Come on in.
So where are we here?
So this is where it all starts. This is the aluminium metal chassis being mated with the modern engine from BMW or from Ford. And these chassis contain all the structure, the strength, all the electrical systems, suspension systems to make a rolling, running car.
The sight of workers grinding and welding metal in this first part of the factory might not seem too different from what happens in a larger industrial car plant. In the next workshop along, however, it soon becomes clear just what makes Morgan so unique.
Wow, everywhere I look there's wood. I mean, it's not what I was expecting from a car factory.
No, that's it, and it's the smell that hits me first when I come in the wood shop every time, actually.
It's like a carpenter's shop.
That's it, exactly.
And so this is real carpentry skills. Why wood then?
Well, Morgan is a very traditional company. We are still family owned and we were founded in 1909. And throughout the majority of that history, we've used wood in the manufacture of our cars. And using wood in cars may sound a little surreal, but it's how cars initially were always built. So we are coach building.
And what is coach building?
So typically, your famous car makers were established from building chassis and engines and making the mechanical running gear. And at the time, the people most qualified for building bodies would be traditional carriage makers for horses that made coaches.
And all this work is done by hand. There's hardly any machinery here. It's unbelievable. It's true craftsmanship.
One of the most distinctive features of the Morgan's coach-built wooden body is the flowing silhouette of its rear wheel arch. But creating this curved shape is a race against time. The glue used to fasten each length of wood goes rock hard in just 5 minutes. While they're still flexible, the thin planks must be bent into a giant wooden jig that will give the arch its shape. The craftsman must tighten each vise in a precise order before extracting the final, perfectly curved arch. And having watched the task performed by master craftsman Nick Butler, I'm keen to have a go myself.
I'm loving this. I was observing you making it there. It looked easy enough.
Yeah.
Get the glue on evenly. Well, I've got that. I think I can get my head around that. I can do that. I'm pretty good at icing cakes and doing. That's fine. I reckon I'm okay there. The tricky bit, getting it and then positioning it, giving it a good push.
Yeah, there is a technique to it, but I'm sure you'll pick that up.
And my only fear is that it's going to slap me in the face.
There's a possibility. I can't rule that out.
All right, come on then.
Board on, I'll get the boards.
Let's go. It's a bit like treacle.
I wouldn't taste it if I was you.
That's probably enough.
That's it, yeah. I'm going to start in the middle and work your way down.
Yeah, so like
That's it. That's it.
Longer strokes, you mean?
That's it, yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm making a puddle there, which isn't right.
It's not the end of the world. Just let you know, your 5 minutes started 3 minutes ago.
Nick, you're putting pressure on me.
Down into there.
Down in there.
You need that hand on the top.
Yeah.
There, where you got it. You need that hand on the bottom.
Bottom?
Well, about there. That's it. And as you're going round, this hand's going that way, and that hand's going that way. And in the meantime, you're pushing this way as well. Okay? We've got to go downwards as well.
With the glue already hardening, it becomes nearly impossible to bend the planks into the jig.
You go round. Problem is, we've come back too far now, so we...
As Nick points out some of the errors in my handiwork, it's clear why this task requires the skill of a master craftsman.
Yeah. What's that, 8, 9?
Yeah, it's about 9, yeah.
You made it look so easy. But do you think it'll make the grade, though?
It's hard to tell till we take it out. It'll go back into the mill, it will be planed off, and then we can assess it then to see whether it can be used or not.
So if I see a Morgan with a wonky wheel arch, I'll know it's mine.
Yeah, you can put your name to that one, yeah.
Once the ash frame is complete, it's mounted onto the metal chassis. In most factories, the car would be moved to the next work area mechanically. Here, however, the team rely on a simpler method: gravity. With the entire factory built on a slope, the cars can simply roll their way down the production line. One of the final stages in each Morgan's journey is the trim shop. Here, immaculately crafted custom interiors are added to each car. It's a tribute to the loyalty Morgan inspires that many of its employees spend their entire professional lives honing their craft here. The workshop's longest-serving craftsman is Mick Taff Evans.
So do you remember your first day here?
I think I do, yeah.
When was that?
I think it was the 28th of December 1961.
Wow. As an apprentice?
Well, yes, in those days you got the job. It was regarded as a job for life.
Yeah.
And you were taught by the people in the shop.
It must be a really nice feeling to see the young guys here, because some of them are really young as well.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's much like when I started. I was one of those, and I know what they're going to go through, and probably wish I could do it again.
So you've been here a while now, Taff. Surely you must be coming up to retirement.
Well, 71 next birthday. I plan to retire at the end of March. I don't particularly want to do it, but I've got to bite the bullet and get ahead, and I've got a few things I've got to do on that bucket list.
After a few final adjustments, each Morgan is almost ready to leave the factory. The pleasure of the finished car lies in the beauty of its smallest details. But to really appreciate a Morgan, you need to drive one.
Here we go, a lovely straight road. Whee! It's the essence of driving, it really is. And of course, you're so low in this car. It really gives the impression of going incredibly fast. You're using every single muscle in your hand and in your body to drive this car. You really do feel every little lump in the road. But I mean that in a good way.
Seeing the dedication that goes into building each car only adds to the driving experience. Morgan is proof that even in the world of motor vehicles, there'll always be a place for handcraft.
It really is pure driving. I'm falling in love with this car. It's coming back home to London with me.